and today I'm going to solve High Killer X by Pwinn rhymes with Guinn. If you'd like to try this puzzle for yourself, it'll be the first link in the description. Let's have a look at the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply, so we are going to place the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every box. Killer Sudoku. The digits in each cage sum to the small number in the top left corner of that cage and may not repeat. And X digits do not repeat along the indicated diagonals, and colors are decorative only, just to let you know. All right. That's all the rules. I am going to restart the puzzle to reset the timer, and let's begin. Okay. A 4 in 2 digits has to be 1 and 3. The 6 up here could either be 5-1 or 2-4, but it can no longer be 5-1 because of the 1 in the 4 cage. So that is 2 and 4. Okay. Yes. So the minimum digits that this cage can now have, this 10 cage, are 1, 3, and 5, which makes 9. But I can't add 1 to the 1 because the 2's already gone. I can't add 1 to the 3 because the 4's already gone. So I have to add 1 to the 5 in order to get to 10. So that gives me 1, 3, and 6 for that cage. Okay, this 16 cage can only be made up of 7 and 9. This 14 cage could be 5, 9, or 6, 8. Well, it can't be 5, 9 because of this 7, 9 pair, so that is 6, 8. This 15 cage is either 7, 8, or 6, 9. And the 14 cage, again, is either 5, 9, or 6, 8. Well, if it's 6, 8, this would be 7, 9, which would be 16, not 15. So this can't be 6, 8. This must be 5, 9. That 5, 9 eliminates 6, 9 from here. So that's now a 7, 8 pair. Okay. This 1, 3 here is making that a 6. With that a 1, 3 pair there. 35 cage can only be made up of 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And we know that 6 is not in any of those, so 6 is in one of those two. This digit here, by Sudoku, it's 5, 7, 8, or 9. But if this were a 9, in order to make 11, both of those would be 1. So that's 5, 6, 7, or 8. And that means that the 9 is in one of those 3. And those are not 9s there. Okay. These digits are 1, 2, 3, and 4 to fill out the box. This is 1, 5 or 2, 4. Right. If this were 8 down here, this would have to be a 1-2 pair, but it can't be. In fact, the smallest digits these can be are 2 and 4, which is 6. So that's a 5. There we go. And now I have a 1, 2, 3, 4 triple in both of these columns. So those are from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And those are not 6. These are not 5. Okay. That is not 5, 6 because of this 6. This is not 3, 6 because of the 6. That still leaves plenty of options though. One of those two is a 7. One of those two is a 7. That uses up all of the 7s that we expect to find in these two columns. So those 3 are not 7. Okay. Hmm. $20 in 3 cells. Doesn't seem very restrictive. That also has lots of options, I think. Is there something I am missing? Right, okay. Yes. 5 is not in any of those. So that's a 7, 8, 9 triple. That is a 5, 6 pair. Okay, so this 9 is now not 3, 6 or 4, 5. So that is 1, 8 or 2, 7. This 11 can't have a 2 in it. No, sorry, can't have a 1 in it. Could be 2, 9, 3, 8, or 4, 7, but it can't be 5, 6. Okay, this 6 cage is either 1, 5 or 2, 4. This 7 cage, 3, 4, it can't be 2, 5 because that would knock out both options there. So that's 1, 6 or 3, 4. I think the same is going to apply over here. 1, 2, 4, 5, and then 1, 3, 4, and 6. So if this is 1, 6, this is 2, 4. If this is 3, 4, this is 1, 5. So, yeah, if that's 1, 6, this is 2, 4. And if this is 3, 4, this is 1, 5. So that can't be a 1, which means that that cannot be an 8. Okay, so in this row, these 2 digits cannot be a 1. So one of those 2 is. No, because that could be. Never mind then. But it is true in this row that one of those 2 is a 1. I don't think I know which. One, 2, 3, 4, and 6. Those 2 are not 1. 1, 6, 2, 4, 3, 4, 1, 5. So there's a 4 in one of those as well. So that can't be a 4. And nor can that. Okay. So here we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those 2 can't be 1 or 4. So if this is 1, 5, then this is 3, 4, making that 2. If this is 2, 4, this is 1, 6, making that 3 or 5. Okay, what about up here? If this is 1, 5, this is 3, 4, making that 2 or 6. If this is 2, 4, this is 1, 6, making that 3. Okay. Hang on. If this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. That is a 7, 8, 9 triple. And yeah, we don't quite get the same on this side, but that 7, 8, 9 means that this is 2, 3, or 4. Okay, one of these is from 7 and 8. And that makes a virtual 7, 8, 9 triple there. We've already used 5, 6. So these are from 1, 2, 3, and 4. This can't be a 1 or a 2 because I'd need 2 digits. These 2 digits are a maximum 8, 9 pair, which is only 17, and then I'd need a 3. So this is 8, 9 or 7, 9, and there is a 9 in there. So that is not a 9. That gives me a virtual 7, 8 pair in those 3, and that's a 9. Okay. So in this row, one of those two is a 1. So neither of those is a 1. And if this isn't a 1, this is not a 5. If this isn't a 1, this is not a 6. Okay. We have 6 cells with digits from 1 to 6. So that's not a 2. That is 7, 8. These are 7, 8, 9. And that's not a 7. Okay. That's not a 2 because that 2 would have to go with 9. So that gives me a 3, 4 pair. And that makes that a 1, 2 pair. That means that that is not a 2. So that is not 4. This 3, 4 pair removes 3, 4 from there. That makes that a 1 or a 6. That makes that a 1 or a 6. That makes this a 2, 4 pair. And because of the 3, 4 pair in the box, we know the order it goes in. All right. This one's 6 and this 2 makes that a 3. That removes 3 from that diagonal. That places 3 on that diagonal. Those are not 3. This 2, in fact, makes this a 5. Okay. These are from 1, 5, and 6 to complete the box. This 2 removes 2 from those 2. No. Okay. Right. Those are all not 5. Okay, if this is 4, 2, this is a 1, 6 pair. If this is 5, 1, that's a 3, 4 pair. This 3 is looking down this diagonal. That's a 2. That's a 1. That's a 5. That is a 3-4 pair, and this 4 tells us the order. That's a 3. That's a 4. Okay, that makes this a 1, and this a 3. This 2 makes this 4, and this 2. This 2 is looking up here to make this a 6. I can remove 3 and 6 from there. I can remove 3 and 6 from there as well. Okay. Right, I can't put a 9 in this 12 cage, because if I put a 9 in the 12 cage, I need a 1-2 pair to complete it, but I've already got a 1-2 pair in the box. So that means that one of those two is a 9, and that means that that's a 5, and that's a 9. That removes 9 from there, and one of those two is a 9. Those are not 9. Okay. This one is looking up. We get a 3 and a 1 there. This 2 is looking down. I get a 4 and a 2. That is not 2 and nor that's not a 1 or a 2. Okay, if this were a 6, if one of these were a 6, that would mean that that was 6 plus 1 is 7, and I would need another 5, which I can't do. 6 plus 2 is 8, and I would need a 4, which I can't do. So this is actually a 6-9 pair. That resolves this 8 and 6 here. That 6 resolves this 5 and 6. That 5 removes a 5 from there, making that the 5. All right. Um, 5 is in one of those two, which puts 5 in one of those two. In fact, puts a 5 there. So these 3 digits are 6, 7, and 8. From the diagonal. 5 is already on this diagonal. Oh yeah, I've got a 5 there, all right. I need a 5 in this box, it has to go here. So I need a 3 in this box. It has to go here. And then 3 plus 1 is 4. So that is a 7 or an 8. That gives me a 7-8 pair in the row. That makes this 9. And then that makes this 6 and this 9. This 5 means that that's not a 5 and that is. One, 4, 7, 8 to complete that diagonal. This one makes that a 3, that a 1, that's not a 1, that's not 1 by Sudoku, that is a 6, and that's a 1, and that's a 6, that is not 6, and that is not 6, so this is a 6. This 3 is looking down at that to make a 4 there and a 3 there. This 7-8 pair makes that 9 and this 4. Which moves 4 from there and from those two. That is not a 1. That is not a 4 from the column. I've got a 7-8 pair and a 1-2 pair, so this must be a 9. 7-8 pair there makes this a 1. And this 4 makes this 2 and 4, leaving a 6 to go here. That is not a 9, and so that 7-8 pair looks across and makes that a 9. That's a 1 or a 2 by the box, and a 1 from the rows. That's a 2, that's a 1. This 3 looks up at this to make a 4, which makes that 3, and then by 11 cage makes that 8, which makes this 7, and that's 2, and that's 1, and that's 8. And that's a 7 here. That makes this 8 and this 7, so that's 8. This one makes this a 2, and we need a 4 for the box and the row. Those are not 8. This cell here is a 2. We need a 1 in there. And this must be a 3. That leaves me some 7s, 8s, and 9s. Okay, this 9 makes this a 7. That's a 9. That's a 7. And now that's an 8. So that's 7. That's 8. That's 7. That's 8. This 7 over here resolves these two. And then the 8 on the diagonal makes that 7 and that 9. That was a really, really nice puzzle. There's lots of geometry to think about. It's certainly not like amazingly straightforward, but there's a lot of stuff to figure out. But I really enjoyed it. Thank you very much to Pwinn for creating it. If you like this solve, then please hit the like button. You can subscribe to see more, and I would love to hear your comments. I'm looking forward to next time. Be seeing you.